4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Real Ones Podcast, where shit gets real and it stays there.
I'm your host, Shane O'Mac, and he's Danny Flavors.
Welcome.
And we're live.
What up, dog?
We're gonna have way too much fucking fun with that thing.
Oh,
At
yeah.
your guys' expense. I'm
That
sorry.
was very mild. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, what's up, doggy?
Jack shit, man. I'm excited to be doing it again, man. This is
Boom.
episode 1, technically the second time we've done it, or third time we've done this. Second time we got a salvageable video clip out of it.
Right.
Well, I'm jumping to conclusions, I guess. We can't say this is good, you know. We still got a podcast to do.
Exactly. But
I'm excited to be back in the studio with you. I feel like the last one went better than we were expecting.
is 0 a number? Is 0 considered a number?
I don't think so. Well, yeah, because, I mean, maybe not. Yeah, that's a good one.
Right? Like,
'Cause,
this
like,
is number 1.
200 definitely takes zeros. You cannot express 200 without zeros.
Right. But is 0 itself a number?
I think it's a number with maybe no numerological value. I don't know. You're asking the wrong fucking moron.
I've had a few beers today, feeling good. So I don't know. I'd like to know. I really, honestly, don't know.
That's what that new keyboard's for.
Is 0? Okay.
We're making small upgrades every time you guys see us on camera, probably.
Is 0 considered a number? What do you think, Google? 0 is both a number and a numerical digit used to represent that number in numerals.
That's a dope word. Numerals.
Yeah, there's too
Nobody
many
says that.
numerals. The number 0 fulfills a central role in mathematics as the additive identity of the integers, real numbers, and many other algebraic structures. As a digit, 0 is used as a placeholder in place value systems.
Damn, dropping knowledge.
That's 0 for you in a nutshell.
I'm still hung up on numerals. Okay, so
Like Roman numerals.
that's what I'm thinking. The only time I ever hear someone actually say the word numerals is if you're talking about Roman numerals.
Right.
Why does anyone fucking use Roman numerals for anything
Who the fuck are
anymore?
the Romans?
I don't know.
You know?
It's not my place to get all worked up about that one, but every
Yeah.
time I see Roman numerals on some shit, I'm like, what? Like, I'm putting that clock up right there. I'm like, which one's the 12? Which one's the 12 and which one's the 6?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, the X is 10, I guess, plus the two little...
How does X11 make 12?
Like, what are we still doing using that?
XII.
I'm confused. So what else has been going on?
I don't know, but this is some good fucking beer. Crazy stuff, man. To be 100% honest with you, I went over to Tracks A Million Studio last night.
You're telling me.
Showed them my shit. They were bouncing off the wall about it. They were all vibing to it. So, hey, man, I grew up on.
I forgot to even ask you about that. I totally forgot until now. You told me last night on the phone. I was hella tired.
It was dope.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
That's what's up, man.
See if we can't work something out. You know, we grew up on Tracks A Million, so it's like to go there was like dope. You know,
He was like the Mustard back then, before Mustard, especially for
Bay
the
Area.
Bay shit, and when Bay music was popping super hard.
right?
You know,
So
in the early 2000s and shit.
That was dope. I really hope I can get on a Tracks A Million track in the near future. So
That's what's up, man.
see if we can make that happen.
Let's see what else we got. So we figured out basically a little bit more about our format. We decided 5 things each is what we're going to be responsible for, right? Every episode.
Right.
By 5 things, I just mean we need to come up with something to call these because I feel like they need a name.
Yeah, we need a little help. Right now, I don't know. What were we saying earlier? I think the front runner's like ideas.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just kind of what they are. Like, typically, like, you hear that phrase, like, oh, just an idea you come up with while you're sitting there
While
just
you're high.
bakes, thinking about shit.
Exactly.
And it's usually something about the world that just makes you go, like, I never noticed that before.
Right.
Or, like, why the fuck is that like that? And nobody says anything about that. And
Right.
maybe I don't even realize that until now. But now that I'm realizing it, it's making me go, what the fuck?
I know, right?
Which is like sometimes, like lately since we've been writing this shit down, sometimes I feel like I write a bunch of things down. I look down, I'm like, man, this is all a bunch of negative shit, you know?
Yeah.
But then I realized it's like, yeah, it's because the regular shit is just the norm. It just kind of like rolls off. It's everyday life. It's
Right.
when you stop and realize that something somewhere is just a little bit off. It's a
No.
little fucked up.
Yeah, no, like I love writing down shit in my phone that I think about because most of the time it's in one ear and out the other, you know what I'm saying? Then like it never you usually like never think about it again.
You remember it now.
But now I'm like I'm writing down all my thoughts and shit like throughout the day now and I'm like what the fuck was I thinking when I wrote this down? Like that's some weird ass shit, you know? Like
I bet you the more we do these two and we just like come off with, because that I think that's why I wanted to do it like this, bro. Because I think that's gonna be the funnest part of our podcast. Is you are never gonna know what to fucking expect. Like from one topic to the next, from one moment to the next,
Yeah.
from one episode to the next. Like we don't know what to expect. We're just gonna come in here and fucking wing it every time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just say what's on our mind, which could be aliens. It could be fucking the state of the world. It could
Yeah.
be the cannabis industry. It could
For
be
sure.
whatever the fuck we want that
right.
day.
Yeah, I mean, all those things interest me. So like dude, I look up into the sky at night like almost every night and I'm just like oh my god, like I just start getting lost and it's like too big for my brain. I'm like, oh no, like
And dude, we can't see shit here with all this light pollution and everything. Like if you went up to Alaska,
oh
what
my
was it
god,
like up there?
it was insane, dude, insane. Like the stars were just like whoo, right there, HD, fucking bright.
Northern Lights and shit.
We should put some stars on the ceiling in here.
You never see them with all these lights on, but that'd
That's
be
true.
cool for when we're just kicking it. Like,
Yeah, sleepovers and shit, you know.
Yo, I fuck with the Northern Lights though. I've never seen them, but
Yeah.
I've like watched a ton of videos of them and shit, and I'm like, I definitely want to see that
Yeah,
at some point.
dude, you gotta come next time. Like,
yeah,
besides Alaska, like the people that I went up there and like worked for, did consulting for, they were fucking dope. Dope people. You know what I'm saying? Like, not many people have great hospitality like that.
where were you at up there?
Fairbanks.
Fairbanks.
Yeah.
How far is that from Anchorage? That's south.
Yeah, it was like I said it was like a 6-hour drive.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like so Fairbanks, to the best of my knowledge, so like here's the coast, right? And like Anchorage is right on the coast, and then Fairbanks is like a good amount up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
But 6 hours there, like normal driving distance, probably fucking varies a lot depending on the conditions. Like the time you were there, like
Yeah.
what were you getting? 3 hours of sunlight a day out there?
no, so it was a little more. It was of true sunlight, it was probably like 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day. Yeah, and there's like tons of ice roads and shit. Not in Fairbanks, but like
True sunlight? Do you mean the sun is like up in the
so
sky,
the sun
or like
the
you
sun
can?
is never up in the sky. So the sun literally goes flat across the horizon.
Whoa.
So it like comes up and then it goes across and then it goes down.
Whoa.
So it's not like this, you know? It's like whoop because they're like on the top of the world, you know? So it was a trip.
The stars are fucking crazy at night there, though, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that someday.
Yeah, badass.
Yeah, it just makes you realize like how much it sucks to live somewhere like this in your big city where it's like
Yeah.
it's just so much fucking light pollution that you don't
Dude.
see anything of what's out there.
Honestly, you gotta go. I'm telling you, like dog sledding and shit was so dope, dude. Like cold as fuck, but dope.
You got videos and shit of when you're
Oh,
out
yeah.
there?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, you gotta edit that shit up. We'll put it on the channel.
Dude, I got a whole documentary going together. It's gonna be sick.
Fuck yeah.
We're gonna put it up on this channel right here. We're gonna get this shit popping again. I couldn't be more excited.
I'm stoked, man. So yeah, we are going to do our 5 fucking things, 5 ideas, 5 whatever. If anybody out there can think of a good name to call that segment, or I'm sure we're also gonna get a ton of fucking suggestions for
Yeah.
future ideas, which we want to hear them all.
I sure hope we get some comments that you know. Yeah, I'm not sold on ideas yet. So you know, any other suggestions we would greatly appreciate.
Other than that, we'll probably do. We'll answer like 1 or 2 viewer questions. Usually, we'll do the. What was the one we did last time? Fucking. Pussy or asshole?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that's gonna be a regular. I mean, as of right now, it's gonna be a regular segment. I think, you know, I think that's a pretty good little 1-2 fucking punch right there.
It's not too. Maybe we'll close out the show with that every time.
Maybe. Yeah.
At least- maybe not every time. We'll try it on for size this episode and see how it works.
Yeah.
Things are gonna be fluid over here. We're going in motion. We're just gonna kind of
Yeah,
roll with it.
We're
you
getting
know?
high. We're getting a little faded. Getting a little fey-fey. Ah, this IPA is good.
Yeah, I never tried this before. What the tropical torpedo. I'm not gonna lie. When you walked in with this, I was a little worried.
He's like, what's...
But like I usually like most fucking Sierra Nevada, so I'm like, it's probably gonna be decent.
Pretty good.
Never tried this before though.
I like it. I'm not complaining. It's so they got a percentage on here too. Seems kind of 6.7. That's not bad. It's not like super high, but it's good.
We brew in Chico and in Mills River, North Carolina.
Oh, Chica,
So, but I wonder which one's which. Like, since we're here, we're probably getting the shit from Chico, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's probably just easy.
Cheaper
It's
for them.
probably easier to distribute from Chico. Yeah.
They gotta have somewhere on the other side of the country though too.
Mills River, North Carolina. Shout out.
Well, shit. Should we get right into it?
What you got for me, Shane O'Mac?
Let's see here.
Hit me with your first idea.
All right. Okay, so this one's about Mount Rushmore. You know, the fucking mountain that has all the presidents' faces carved into it and shit. I forget which four it is. It's like Washington,
Yes.
Lincoln.
I don't know. Do you want to look it up or are you good?
Sure, pull it up. We'll take a look at it.
Let's see. I'm glad we got that figured out about zero. That was really Mount Rushmore.
This should make fact-checking ourselves in real time a lot easier.
Here we go. Little fucking, okay.
We need that sometimes.
Little rundown here. Mount Rushmore National Memorial is a massive sculpture carved into Mount Rushmore in the Black Hills region of South Dakota. Completed in 1941 under the direction of Gutzon Borglum and his son Lincoln. The sculpture is roughly 60 feet high. Granite faces, what's that word, Shane?
Depict. Forget all that shit. It's got George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. So this thing took like either 14 or 16 years to make. Some shit like that.
Nicely
Right?
put. Yeah, that's all we needed was right here.
But dude, okay, just look at the picture. Go to images. Pull up some fucking pictures of that shit.
Boom. See,
It's pretty insane, right? Like when you actually, I mean, if you were there in person, it would be insane. because
who did that? Oh, I guess Goldson? He's a fucking gangster.
I'm sure a bunch of people did it. Did one guy do it? Is that what it's saying?
It said directed by. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm sure one guy directed a huge project.
This
'cause
motherfucker right here. Gutzon Borglum.
60-foot
his
high
son.
granite faces, bro.
Damn.
So it's basically, yeah, I'm sure it was a ton of people working on it. It took 15 fucking years to make the thing, right?
Yeah.
My point, the reason I wrote it down is the only thing I can think of that humans have built in modern times that compares to like any of the crazy monoliths that are left over from prior civilizations, you know?
Yeah, like the pyramids.
The Sphinx, Sphincter.
Sphincter.
The Sphinx, fucking all the shit in Mexico
You're right. That is a good comparison. This is
All the
probably the only
pyramids and
thing
shit.
from the human era, you know,
from the modern era.
or the modern era. Whatever, bro. We smoke too much weed to be
Yo, you know what
fucking-
else I want to know? How did Lincoln get that dope little spot all the way over there? And then who's the fucking... Is that Theodore that got shoved in the middle right there?
He just got fucking shoved in there.
Theodore got the fucking short
He
straw,
got the
dude.
shaft.
George Washington's obviously the pimp of the whole thing. He doesn't even know those other guys are
This
there.
guy right here, right? This is George.
Dude, they probably built George last and he doesn't even know the rest of those guys are there.
I know, right? He's never seen him before.
No, but...
This is Lincoln, right?
Yeah, I think that's...
Lincoln's got it made.
and I-
Lincoln's on his own fucking real estate.
Whoever the stash guy is in the middle, I think that's poor Theodore. He got
This guy,
chipped, dude. Look
this
at
guy
that
got
spot.
shafted. He never gets sunlight.
I don't think they even finished the right side of his face. They just said, fuck it.
No one will ever take pictures of
But
it.
dude, how nutty is that? That like that's the craziest thing that that's the only thing we built that I can think of. Okay, we got the Statue of Liberty,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's like the Eiffel Tower. There's obviously huge buildings. There's very large structures,
Mm-hmm.
but there's nothing else that we've made like for like a monolithic purpose to like represent something that like the pyramids had like a very fucking
They're like lined
spiritual
up with
thing going
fucking.
on.
They're like lined up with Orion's belt and shit, like
Yep.
crazy fucking weird alien shit.
Or like the Sphinx was built like to honor someone or whatever, or at
Right.
least later on, dude fucking carved his own fucking face onto it and shit. I think it used to be a lion. That's why the head's all small now, because he's like, fuck that lion head. I'm gonna put my face on that shit, dude.
Fuck that.
Imagine what a baller move that
Yeah,
is,
he's like,
dude.
we're changing that.
Yeah, that lion up there. I need
Not
about
cutting
100
it.
guys up there, and I need my face on that shit by next week.
Yeah.
You know? but this is the only thing we've ever built that's like in honor of someone who has historical importance.
That's like pretty dope.
It's pretty crazy, man. That's another thing that I want to see eventually someday. I've just been realizing, man, the older we get, the more shit I see and the more shit I don't see,
Hey,
the more I want to see.
Here's the thing, though. When's the last time we tried to even attempt to do something like this?
It's the same thing for space, bro.
Right?
And we have like our
We've just
civilization
halted.
has kind of accomplished nothing. We've made tons of strides, like obviously, and there's been plenty of new inventions like the internet and
Right.
shit. But there hasn't been too many things that like all of humanity as a whole can like rise around and be like
No.
dude, when we landed a man on the moon, it was like
Did we?
okay,
we?
at the time everybody
That's a
thought
whole
we
new
did, right?
podcast, right?
I'm just saying, at the time, like everyone, like it doesn't matter fucking what color you were, what fucking nationality you were.
Right, yeah.
Everybody felt some sense of like unity and some kind of like special shit was in the air when stuff like that is going down. You know what I mean? I don't think it was like that when they were building the pyramids because that was just all fucking slaves and thousands of people were fucking dying and shit. But even now, it's like, how the fuck did they build those?
I don't know. But hey, like, I mean, from what I hear, we can't build that shit with the technology we have today, right? Am I wrong? Like,
I think
is that a myth or
okay,
what?
I think
Like,
I've heard. I used to hear that
or-
we couldn't do that. I think we could, but it would,
would
like
take forever.
Well, no, it would just take huge fucking. It would take the most sophisticated like cranes and
Right.
and like equipment that we have now to be able to do it. And it's not. It's like it's the fact that they did it and they made it so big and they lifted such big rocks. But the craziest part is the fucking precision, dude.
Right.
The fact that if one thing was just a hair
Off.
off in one place here, then everything's fucked
the
up
whole
up
thing
here,
crumbles.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. And yeah, like I agree. When you look at like what we've done in the last fucking 50 years or the last like 30 years
Nothing.
especially, it's nothing like space
It's
travel
nothing but tech.
or anything.
It's just tech.
It's all just consumer goods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Buy
nothing,
more shit.
There's no accomplishments that like change like dude, when they were landing fucking when the space program was like in its height, think about how many little kids were growing up like, yo, that's crazy.
We're
I
going
wanna
to
do that
space,
someday."
dude. Yeah.
And like they want maybe like more kids
Yeah.
wanting to go into science or wanting to do shit like that. Like nowadays, what do we have?
Hog legs. I'm gonna light
Spark
one of
that
these
thing up,
hog
partner.
legs up right here.
Spark it up.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's like what do we have
I feel you.
nowadays that like people that people can just rally around and feel pride in as just for being like a human accomplishment.
Hey, did you get the new iPhone 10? That's what it is.
It was made with slave labor in third world countries. That's how you can get it for $1,000. Otherwise, it'd be $10,000. If you had to
$1,300.
make it here in America, you know, it's like that's really what we get excited about now.
It is. That's what we rally around now. It's sad.
And
I got it. It's a dope phone, you know? But
Yep.
it's sad. Yeah, it sucks. We have nothing to, you know. This was like, some motherfucker was like, wow, that's a cool mountain. I'm going to fucking carve 4 motherfuckers in it.
But when did it say they directed it? Like, it said his son Lincoln. I mean, obviously that's probably not Abraham Lincoln, but maybe that guy named his son Lincoln because he had a man crush on Abraham Lincoln.
Maybe. 1941.
So that's way after the days of Lincoln.
So I did read something of importance. 1941.
So they started it, that means in like 1925 or something.
Right.
All those 4 gangsters right there had all already done their thing.
Completed in 1941, yeah, so it probably took fucking 10 years. The address is 13,000 SD-244 for those who want to know, too. Keystone, South Dakota,
We gotta go
57751.
check it out, man.
Yeah, go check that shit out. I've never seen it. I definitely want to go see it, though.
I'm gonna take a dab up on G-Wash's forehead right
So
there.
that was it. You just wanted to explain. That was, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just thought it
I
was
was waiting
fucking
for
crazy.
some hook, line, and sinker question, but that's dope.
I just
yeah.
wanted to. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I must be missing something. There must be something else on this level that we can compare it to that
Right.
we've built, and I couldn't think of anything else. And I forget Mount Rushmore is even a thing. I forget where the fuck I saw a picture or a video about it the other day, and I was like, oh.
Hey, we need to be more spontaneous, bro. We should just go see it. When are we?
That's what I'm saying. We need
when
to
are we
make a
going?
trip across the fucking country and go see all this shit,
Yeah.
dude.
I want
Like
to
a
see
cheap
Mount Rushmore.
trip where we're just like sleeping in a fucking van or some shit, you know?
Like the fucking shaggin' wagon.
Yeah, bro.
All right. Good
We
one.
could work
I
something
like that
out.
one. I like that one. Here we go. I can't stop burping.
You forget I even have this thing over.
All right, here we go. First idea of my week was old people and their fucking bargains, man. I'm sorry, dude. My mom being one of them. I'm sorry, Mom. I fucking love you to death.
Oh
But
shit.
god damn it, if I gotta hear another old person brag to me about the bargain that they found at Target, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I don't know if I laugh so hard because that's universally true or because I know your mom so fucking well. Holy
Dude,
shit.
I'll be visiting my mom, and my aunt lives out there, right? And like my mom will come home and be like, "Look at what I got! I got this on the clearance rack for $2.99." You know, like I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like I really don't give a shit. You know, like
Yeah.
cool, like whatever. If that makes you happy, that makes you happy. Cool. And then my aunt will come over with the same thing, right? And be like, "Oh, you got ripped off. I got this for $1.99 over at Sam's Club." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like. What the fuck, man? Old people and their bargains are so fucking funny.
Yeah, what is it about that? Like what is it about simple shit like that as you get older? You just enjoy like more simple pleasures of life.
I mean, I see it happening in myself too, you know? Like,
Yeah.
the older I get, the less, like, material shit really fucking, you know, like, that shit don't mean nothing to me anymore, really. Like,
Dude, I totally saw a glimpse of that whole thing you just described in your mom. I totally saw that in you like 3 days ago. You know when?
when?
When we bought these fucking cameras from dude for fucking $5.99, and he told us that they were we're hooking you up with a fucking deal because you guys came in right now. They're $200 off. They're normally $7.99. We go to Best Buy the next day. Got the same fucking camera for $5.99. We look
Pissed
it up.
me
It's
off.
$5.99 everywhere. Like it didn't matter. We still paid the same price for it.
Yeah.
But you were like pissed that the other guy made it sound like you were getting such a fucking
Yeah,
good
like,
deal.
hey, mister, I didn't get a fucking deal. You know what I'm
Like you
saying?
were walking out of there thinking you were like feeling like your mom walking out of fucking Safeway. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm walking out with fucking deals on deals, bro.
Yeah.
And then you find out that you didn't get a fucking good deal. And I could see, like, I was just like, whatever, we paid the same for it. But I could see it, like, eating at you. You're like, we had to go return the
I was
other fucking
pissed.
light at that. And you're like, I hope that motherfucker's there so
He
I can see
wasn't.
what kind of shit he was on.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
would have
that's
told. I
funny.
said, "Hey, listen, you're a good salesman, bro, but hey, you got me. You know that shit is $5.99 everywhere, motherfucker."
That guy was a fucking salesman, though.
Fuck
Dude.
yeah.
You could tell. Like,
He made us buy 2 sets of lights. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to push.
like
up,
he knew
yeah.
his shit, but at the same time, he was a fucking salesman.
Yeah.
Were we talking about it on the podcast the other day when we were talking about customer service? I don't think we talked about that on that podcast. Did we?
No, I don't know if the mics and camera were rolling. You know, we talk about so much shit in this little man cave. I don't know.
Well, just off on a little tangent here. What the fuck's going on with customer service, man?
That is a whole new fucking little idea,
Because a couple days ago, like when we were running around getting all this shit, we were like, man,
bro. It's
it's so hard to get someone to help you. Does nobody want to sell anything?
it's so bad these days.
And then
bro.
after we saw that one guy, we're like, but that guy was the shit. And now you look back and you're like, oh, okay, so you either don't give a fuck or you're just a salesman.
Yeah,
There's no in the middle.
There's no happy medium, dude. It's like, what the fuck, you know? Like yeah, customer service is either trash or you just have someone fucking jamming. Whoa, fumble! You just have someone fucking jamming shit down your throat, fucking like, you know? I don't know. It's hard to find the happy medium though. You know, like, do you push a product too much? Do you not push it at all? That's why I don't sell shit. I am not a salesman.
Yeah, I just feel like, and it's not only sales, it's just all kinds of customer service. Like, people just don't give a fuck anymore.
No. I would say there's very few guys that oversell you like that guy. 95% of customer service these days is just like the younger generation, and they literally do not give a fuck. Like, remember in Fry's the other day when we were buying these chairs?
Oh my god, dude.
We were buying these chairs, bro, and we were
That
like,
was one of the worst I've ever experienced, though, on the real. Like, that was bad, dude. I'm sorry, too. Like, okay, I have nothing. Like, I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? I have no issue with anyone of any ethnicity living anywhere they want, doing whatever they want. But if you're going to do customer service in a job where you have to talk to people, you have to at least be able to speak enough English to get by.
at least give a fuck, too.
Or understand enough English to get by. This guy at Fry's we went up and asked him, what the fuck were we even asking him for? Nothing that complicated, right?
So we went up and I went up to him and I was like, "Hey man, we're trying to start a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're grabbing a few of these chairs off you. Do you have any idea of like what kind of computer? Is there any special computer we need to fuck with? You know, to get this shit going? Like, you know, is there any software you recommend?" He literally looked at us and he was like, 1070. I'm like, 1070 what?
And then it was at that point that we realized like he couldn't formulate a full sentence. Like there's no way he could explain that to us, even if he knew what we were asking and he knew how to explain it. There's no way he had like the words in his English vocabulary to explain that shit.
Yeah.
And that was actually a problem, dude. We ended up like that place would have gotten our business. We would have spent more money there. It would have made our day easier. We had to go to less places. Like it was just bad all around for everybody because that guy's in a position that he's not really equipped for. That being said, like I kind of get why it's going on, bro. Like it's impossible for one to fire anybody nowadays. Damn near. You know what I mean? Like it has to be something like pretty obviously egregious,
Right.
and you know it can't just be like they suck at their job.
Or
you're
gonna
kind of
get,
screwed.
or you're gonna get backlash like a motherfucker. God, that's another shit.
Or
that's
you're just
so...
gonna end up having to pay unemployment anyway for
Shit is-
someone that's not even working
Yeah.
for you. So you get double fucked. Like it's tough being
we
a
know how
business owner.
we
man.
know how that goes.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Just because someone
fire
is
somebody?
terrible at their job doesn't mean you can fire them anymore.
Unless you want to pay more unemployment tax.
And so that's why I get these fucking old men that walk around and that like these 80-year-old men that have to go down to the hardware store and they're just like, God damn it. What the fuck happened to the world? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People used to have to do their job.
Oh,
you know
it's
what I mean?
trash, dude. It's so trash, man. Like, god damn. Fuck customer service. Customer service, pick your fucking game up. That's from
And
the
bro,
real
like
ones.
I get it, man. Like no, like a lot of us work shitty fucking jobs that we don't like. Like I've worked a ton of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Fuck,
I
that's-
get it, man.
yeah. Then
But you
do
know what?
something else.
I always fucking had a smile on my face, dude. I was always nice to people. I always tried to
Yeah.
help people as quick as I could, as best I could, because you know what I noticed, bro? Like the better you try to do your job, no matter how shitty that job is, like the faster your day goes.
Yeah.
And the better you feel about it when you're done. And you hate your job a little bit less no matter how
Hold up,
shitty
though.
it is.
Hold up. Let's just pause for a second. I got something. It's kind of deep. So,
Hit me.
when you're at work or school, I've always realized this. So when you're at school or work or somewhere you don't want to be, you want your day to go by faster, right?
Yes.
But then,
Yes.
but then we always ask ourselves, why does life go by so fast, right? So it's like, what the fuck, you know? Like we're caught in this predicament where it's like, okay, you know, we want life to go by fast, but then we don't want life to go by fast. Like, it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I don't think enough of us spend enough time doing things that we like truly like, things that we truly enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
things that you literally just live in the moment.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
things
saying?
that like everybody has their own thing where like when they're doing it, I forget who it was. I read a post by somebody today who was like, first time I snowboarded in 12 years. Like I'm one of those people that's usually really in my head, and I forgot how like freeing this is because it's the only time I can like just let go and not
That's dope.
Dude, I related to that because I'm kind of like that too, man.
dope.
Like I'm like in my own head a lot, you know what I'm saying? So like when I find something that like kind of gives me some release and makes it so I can just like kick back and chill,
Yeah.
like those kind of activities are fucking valuable
Right.
to me.
I mean, I don't know if I explained that little fucking idea correctly, but like
I get what you're saying.
I always catch myself like, man, you know, we just live to make time go by faster when really we should be living to make it go slower. We should be taking in every day as it comes, you know what I'm saying? Like fully taking it in instead of like trying to just make it go by super fast.
Live
You know,
in the
just
moment.
get on to the next one, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not how life should be. We should be living every fucking day to the fullest and you know, going to sleep like not knowing really if you'll wake up the next day, you know, as cliche as that sounds. Like you're not guaranteed tomorrow,
Might
you know.
not.
You're not guaranteed tomorrow, so it's like fuck, man. Quit living in the future. Quit living in the past. Be a real one.
I think
That's my rant.
it sounds amazing. It's obviously harder to put into practice than it sounds. You know what I mean?
Totally. I struggle with it too.
But yeah, man, you never know.
What you dabbing on over there?
Having on some cookies.
Got this OG rolled up. Turkey bag, boys. Yeah. All right, what's your next what's your next idea, bro? We kind of got lost.
No, I think we were on top. What was the original one you said? It's fucking smoky in here.
Old people and bargains.
Yeah, how do we get all the way off on that? That's good though. See, that's what these are for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure. They're sparkers.
This is really gonna be this is what the podcast is right here. I mean, this is kind of what we want.
Yeah.
Just to fucking have an idea that sparks an idea that sparks an idea.
Those are when the best ideas get sparked.
That's right. Okay, this is just kind of an observation.
Here we go.
I wanted to know how you feel about it. Not you, particularly you, but just I want another person's opinion of it. Did you see the Tom Brady documentary?
Honestly, no.
Did you see anything anywhere on social media or on the
yes,
internet about
I saw
Tom Brady
him. I saw him like
kid?
kissing his son or some shit.
Yeah.
Was there a commercial with it or something like that?
No, it was okay. So basically, Tom Brady did this. It's called Tom versus Time. It's a Facebook documentary.
Okay.
That came out, I think, like towards the end of the regular season, sometime through the playoffs. I think the last one came out like right before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Fuck, it's hot as shit in here. I'm like, sweating on my glasses and shit.
Yeah, people don't understand the troubles that we go through in this fucking man cave here.
Anyway.
Smoking out this motherfucker. I need another beer. God damn it.
Me too. I'll order us some new ones. So,
ding ding.
So Tom Brady does this documentary, and it's all about like his battle against like the typical 40-year-olds fall off a cliff thing. You know what I mean? Like you see so many amazing athletes that are the best ever, and then they hit like their late 30s, and like none of them really make it to 40. It's very rare. You know what I mean? No matter what the sport is.
Right.
And so he's basically, Tom Brady's been saying I want to play till he's 45.
Uh-huh.
So he's got like another, 5-6 years? I think he's 39, 40. I think he's 40 right now.
When did Brett Favre play till?
I think like 42, 43. But he was like, he kept retiring and coming back and retiring and coming back and just playing games with it. You know what I mean? So Brady says he's going to play 5 more years or whatever. And he's doing this fucking documentary. He has all these crazy stretching regimens, and he has this trainer who like is like his personal guy who he like swears by.
Okay.
I forget the fucking guy's name, and he had been I don't know why I'm telling you all this shit just to talk about him kissing his kid. Basically, it's just this fucking Tom Brady's always been fucking public, and now all of a sudden in his late career, or he's always been private. And now all of a sudden he's coming out and trying to be like this public guy, this TB12 shit. He's like marketing himself now.
Right.
So this documentary comes out, and it's like got the first couple episodes are like pretty normal. I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, this is interesting, I guess. Like I'm trying to figure out like what his angle is.
Right. Like why the fuck is he doing this right now?
And then like all of a sudden, like you see so he's laying on a massage table, obviously naked underneath some towels.
I saw a little clip of this.
Getting a massage by his dude, who's just like his boy, who rolls with him everywhere and does his workout buddy, the guy who used to like work with other players on the Patriots, and then Bill Belichick kicked him out and shit. So that's like supposedly what created a bunch of that tension.
Okay.
I don't know if you've been hearing about that shit. Everybody's saying the Patriots are going to split up, Belichick's going to leave, all this shit.
Right.
So Tom Brady's fucking kid walks in while he's getting this massage.
Okay.
And he says like, "Hey Dad, can I get on the computer to check my fantasy football team," or some shit like that.
Okay.
And his dad's like, "What do I get out of it?" Which is weird,
fuck?
right?
That is fucking weird.
Right? Like that's weird enough in and of itself. And then his kid walks over to him like Tom does no more explaining, and his kid already knows what he basically owes his dad, right? So he comes over and he gives him a kiss. Like this kid, I don't know how old he is, but he probably looks like 8 or 9 years old. Like not weird to still be giving your dad a kiss on the lips, I guess, but just like.
But in that sense of like it being owed and being
that part of it was weird, right? But the first kiss seemed like normal. Like that's what I would if like a kid that old kissing his dad, I would not expect it to be like anything. It's not a dad kissing his newborn child's father where you can just kind of hold it there. You know what I mean? Like the kid comes up and goes, "Mwah." You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And his dad goes, he's like, what was that or something? And he's like, the kid like rolls his eyes. He's like, what? Tom's like, that was like a peck.
Oh my God. What?
Bro, what is it supposed to be?
What? Are you supposed to, what? A Frenchie or what?
What the
A
fuck?
fucking.
That was like a peck? How, like, what is it supposed to be like,
Yeah,
bro?
what the fuck, dude?
And so, yeah, he comes over, he gives his dad a regular kiss. He says, that was like a peck. And
Hold
then
up.
fucking... And then the kid...
Fuck you! Fucking whore. Fuck!
Good?
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
I guess that shit happens, right? Sorry.
So,
Hold on, I gotta see this.
the kid comes back and he gives his dad like a long kiss, dude. It's fucking weird. But you can tell the most uncomfortable part about it is you can tell the kid does not want to do it. Like
Really?
He's embarrassed. He's over it. Like he's old enough to where he's not trying to be like kissing his dad like that anymore. At least that's the vibe I got from it. There you go, 11 years old, bro. I thought he was like 8 or 9.
Where's it at? They pulled
Looking
it.
for the picture? Oh, there it is, right there. See, he's laying on the bed like that, and his kid peeks in. And he's like, hey, Dad, can I do something? Like, he's basically, he has to ask permission to get on the computer, you know what I mean? Which, whatever.
Yeah.
But it just seems, you get the impression
Right
that,
here.
like, his dad's just, like, crazy, controlling.
What the fuck is this,
and dude,
bro?
like, that is what it is. Like, that's weird enough of itself. Without the dialogue, without watching the video and seeing how long the kiss was and how creepy fucking everything about it was.
What the fuck is this, dude?
Definitely feel a little bit
lost,
different about the goat now.
I just lost a lot of respect for the goat. I'm not gonna lie.
He's still the goat. You can never take that away. But
That's fucked up. Fucked up.
and I'm a Peyton fan. I used to up until the last like 3 or 4 years, I would still be like Peyton's the goat. Fucking Tom Brady's had it made his whole career. You know what I mean?
That's fucked up.
But you know, that's pretty weird.
Yeah. I mean, where was that leading to? Like, are you asking if I condone fathers
Yeah,
kissing
like-
sons like Frenchie style?
When does it get weird? Like what?
That's weird.
What is weird? And like, who are we to say what's weird for somebody else? But at the same time,
I mean,
deep
it's
down, what you see. See, that's the thing is like, I feel like what this podcast is it's gonna be us saying like this is why we called it Real Ones because we're gonna say the shit that
I think
a lot of people think that, but they just don't want to say in
Right.
today's
fucking
political
fucked
landscape.
up
You know
society.
what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, to be real, everything's just sculpted by society and culture, right? And like in the society and culture that we live in today, French kissing your dad is fucking weird, especially when it's like when there's like that kind of build up to it. You know what I'm saying? Like what do
clarify-
I get out of it?
I don't think it was definitely wasn't a French kiss. I don't think there was any tongue involved, but it was like his dad had like a
Okay.
His dad had like a threshold for like how long he had to hold the kiss for it to
Gotcha.
like register as a kiss good enough for him to get on the computer.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck. That's still tongue or no tongue, bro. In today's society and culture, that's fucking weird. Especially like I said, when there's that kind of like build up to it where it's like, well, what am I gonna get out of it?
Yeah. That to me that's the biggest issue with the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Is not that like I'm not gonna tell anybody like what's too much or what's weird with like them and their kid because like I
Right.
don't know I'm not that kid's parent. I'm not like that's not my situation. I don't think it's
Right.
my place to say. But what I do know is wrong is like demanding affection or demanding favors from your kid in order for them to have privileges and shit like that. Like it's I don't know. I might not have the best words to articulate exactly like what's wrong with that,
Right.
but it's just like there's something wrong with it. You know what I mean?
There's
it's not,
definitely something wrong with it.
There's something like it's not the best parenting style. Definitely not.
No. No, sir. Definitely not.
And I imagine it's hard enough for that kid to grow up being a normal dude with fucking Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen as his fucking parents.
Insane, right?
Like, dude,
That's not a normal life.
yeah. They were
That's
showing
crazy.
his pad and shit and like the fucking property that he has. Like,
Ballin'.
yeah.
Ballin'.
Like,
Crazy. I mean, the
but
goat
at the
is the
same
goat.
time, he was saying like, you know, like his kid does have to do like chores if he wants anything. You know what I mean? The kid walks in, he's like, I want this fucking toy from the toy store. It's like
Oh, yeah.
$80, and Tom's like, damn, that's a lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do hella chores if you want that.
Yeah.
Obviously,
dude.
he said it in Tom Brady lingo. I was like, oh, I don't know, Charlie. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I
have to
mean,
do a lot of chores if you want to be able to afford that. That's a lot of money.
Dude, I remember growing up, I had to do chores for my mom for a quarter a dime and a nickel, bro.
Fuck yeah,
it was
bro.
like sweep the kitchen floor for a nickel, do the laundry for a dime, fucking take the garbage out and sweep the porch for a quarter. Like,
Dude, I got paid like salary when I was a kid, bro. It was $3.25 a week, bro.
damn.
And fucking
Ballin'.
I had no. I had to like
I had to
fucking
sweep the
I had
fucking
to pick
front
up the
porch
dog shit, bro.
20 times.
I had to fucking sweep and mop and fucking clean the yard
Yeah.
and fucking clean the bathrooms, the toilets. Like,
for $3.
bro, my stepmom never had to clean the toilets, bro. She just fucking had 4 little kids and she would just had us fucking on shifts, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I grew up. And I don't, like, at the time, I resented the fuck out of it. Now I respect it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, sir.
I don't respect everything about the way they always went about it, but I respect, like, what they were trying to instill in me. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And
100%.
I don't know. But I also had, like, for me, it was weird, bro, because, like you knew me all growing up. Like, I had fucking, my parents split up when I was 6, and from that, or I guess 7.
Somewhere around there.
That time forward, bro, I spent 1 week at my mom's house, 1 week at my dad's house,
And
1 week at my mom's house.
Most of the time at my house.
But only at my mom's. Like, at
Yeah,
my
no, I know.
dad's house was like fucking drill
It's
school.
like, oh,
bro.
fuck, man. Shane's going to his dad's. I'm not going to see him for a week.
I wasn't able to do shit, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I had like such a crazy contrast of parenting styles where I got to see like my mom's house, I had no chores. I could run free. I could do
Yeah.
whatever I wanted. I was always up with you. We were staying
Right.
out late. My dad's house, bro, I was grounded 24/7.
Yeah.
I couldn't do shit.
Right.
Like, he found my weed, fucking flushed it down
I
the
remember that.
toilet,
He broke your
smashed
bong.
my bong in the fucking driveway, made me sweep up the
We were
pieces
like,
and shit.
no!
Like, dude, my stepdad smoked so much weed the whole time. Like, my
Yeah.
mom, there was no way she could even tell me shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I don't know. It's crazy. I think for me, if I ever do have kids, the biggest advantage I'm going to have is I had, like, such a wide variety of parenting styles growing up. And then not only that, but, like, like, my grandparents were always there, too, like, filling in the holes. You know what I mean? They lived right up the street. They would, like, pick me up from my baseball
Your grandparents were dope.
They were doing all the shit that, like, in a perfect world, my parents would have been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure.
But, so I got to see basically, like, 3 different parenting styles. And then I was at your house, like, probably 40% of my life. Like,
Right.
every time where, like, pretty much I could go do what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
I was just up the street at your house because you were fucking 3 doors up the street. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? So I had 4 fucking parenting styles that I got to, like, observe. And, like, even as a kid, bro, like, parents talk to their kids and they don't think they're, like, taking that shit in. Like, I was comparing and contrasting, like, my mom versus my dad versus
Yeah.
my stepmom versus
I
my
bet.
stepdad all the
Fuck
time.
yeah. Even me, between my mom and my dad, like, my mom's cool as fuck. She let us do a lot of cool shit, but we also did a lot of shit behind her back. You know,
Yeah.
like stupid kids do, you know, but like,
Your mom's
then,
the shit, though.
my mom's the shit. Sandy is the shit. But then I go to my dad's, right? And then it's like really party time.
Off the rails.
You know, like we're drinking, you know what I'm saying? We're smoking, like
Smoking.
fire that thing in there. All right.
Pass me a lighter. Oh, Kent Murphy?
Kent
I
Murphy.
haven't seen Kent Murphy in forever.
Hey kids, coach, this your coach Kent Murphy.
Fire that thing in there. I'm Kent Murphy. Don't ever fucking bunt.
Don't ever bunt.
If anybody out there wants some fucking laughs, and if you're into baseball and you want some laughs, go type Kent Murphy into YouTube.
God, he's funny.
And you'll see his fucking
Hey, if you play right field, then you just know damn right
Left
you're
field,
you're
right?
the right field. If you play right field, then you're the shittiest player on the team. Let's just get that.
he does fucking tutorials on every position. You know, fucking how-tos. Kent Murphy's the GOAT.
Kent Murphy's
Where
the
was I
man.
going with that? Yeah, bro. Like, and nowadays when I think about like if I ever had kids, like I think about like little things I would take from like each one of my like from fucking my grandparents, from my dad, from my
Right.
fucking stepmom, like from like 10 different people is like really what I would draw on from my experiences. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which I feel like kind of like shaped me as a parent. You know.
As a parent?
If I were to be a parent,
Oh,
like
yeah,
my
yeah,
experiences
okay.
with like 10
Yes.
main figures in my life would shape how I would parent.
Yeah,
a
you
kid.
pick and choose all the best shit from everyone.
Yeah,
and
at
then
least what you think. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Which still isn't probably 100% right.
it's all subjective. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one. I have no idea how we got there. I'm kind of fucked up.
I think you did the last one, right?
Did I?
Oh no, all that came off Tom Brady.
There we go. Tom Brady.
Perfect. Thanks, Tom.
Tom Brady ends up in parenting. There we go.
I'm interested to see if he'll tone it back for the next season of fucking Tom versus Time.
Probably not. I don't know. He's losing his mind. Next idea
What you got for
on
me?
the docket. This one's gonna be fun. Little heartbreaking, but you know, it's happening, and we got to talk about it. So, school shootings, man. How fucked
man.
up, bro? Right? Fucked up, dude. But what's even more fucked up is how the news portrays this shit. You ready for this? Check this out. Here we go. First one, USA Today, right? Headline: No, comma. There have not been 18 school shootings already this year. Okay?
So that's inferring that like there's a bunch of other news stories that are saying there's been 18 this year.
Right.
They're cracking back and saying no, there hasn't been.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ready?
Got it.
I know. I guess I'm kind of showing you these in backwards order, but I have a plan. Trust me. So then this one. These are all the school shootings that have taken place so far in 2018, and it's only February,
Hold
right?
on. First, give me a date on all these articles because that might have something to do with it. What date is this one?
This one is February 16th, which I believe is today. Okay.
Okay, so that's current.
This one is.
February 16th.
I did my homework, Shane O'Mac.
right,
I
I
did
like
my
it.
motherfucking homework, Shane O'Mac.
I like it.
So, boom, number one. No, there have not been 18 shootings, right? Number two. These are all the school shootings that have taken place so far this year, and it's only February. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Grab the joint. And first sentence. There have been 18 school shootings so far this year, including one that claimed 17 lives at a Florida public school Wednesday.
Fuck, man. That one.
What the fuck, man? What are we supposed to believe?
I mean, there's definitely a problem, dude.
There's a problem. There's a
Regardless
disconnect.
of which number is which, there's still a problem. Like, what is
Wait,
it?
wait, hold up,
What
backtrack.
is it
So this-
normally? Like,
This is from Daily News.
I feel like I only ever heard of like a few growing up, right? Like, I remember people talked about Columbine. I remember people, and then when we moved to Colorado, there was like a few famous ones there, like the Aurora.
Like Columbine.
Yeah, Columbine, the Aurora Theater.
We're talking about
thing.
school shootings here,
Yeah, I just don't remember hearing about these when I was a kid.
right? Yeah, school shootings are like.
They probably were still going on. I just don't remember.
Here's the
I would
fucked
im-
up. Here's the
would
fucked up part. It says the real number, according to USA Today, is 6, which is still insane.
What would you expect it to be for a year span? Like, obviously, we would all
It's
love
only
0.
February.
But what would you estimate the average is from like when we were kids? Say from like 1990 to 2010. What would you say the average was?
Fuck, I don't know. Probably like average per year, 2 maybe.
Yeah, dude, that's what I would
2,
think. How many
3?
people are running up into schools with guns, man?
You're gonna fucking like. You're gonna like this shit. Check this out. It's mass school shootings since 1985. So, in '85 we had 5.
Dude, I like your little presentation here.
You like that?
This is fucking fire.
All right.
I like it.
1996. Or wait, here we go. 96 we had 3. 2007 we had 5.
For those just listening, he just pulled up a fucking graph, which is really, really helping.
It's really helping. So, we can see that the average is probably about 3 to 4. Right?
Yeah, that's I guess what I would if there's
We've
gonna
already
be,
had 6.
if there's gonna be some 3 to 4s, I guess what I would about expect, right?
Lighter.
I mean, fuck, dude.
6. I mean,
So-
and really, there could have been 18 because I mean, these conflicting news organizations. One says on the same fucking day, mind you. You guys can fact check this shit too.
Articles came out on the same day,
Same day, today, February 16th.
which is right after the all these are basically in
And-
the wake of the really, really bad one in Florida.
Yeah, and it's one says no, that there has not been 18, that there's really been 6. Then the other one, first sentence, there have been 18.
Okay, but look into this. This one says a 31-year-old man died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in the former school's parking lot.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
former school? What does that mean? Does that mean the school's not there anymore?
one, it's
or it's an old school that got shut down? And it's a 31-year-old man who shot himself.
Yeah, I mean, that's a suicide.
I don't really count that as a school shooting.
No.
Like, that's fucked up. I'm
That's
sorry
fucked
that
up.
happened, but
Yeah.
I can see how they get 18 if they're counting shit like that.
That's okay. Yeah, not that's kind of like twisting the truth.
Okay, look at the next one. A gunshot was fired at the New Start High School in Seattle, Washington. The round entered an office window and ended up lodged in a 3-ring binder. No one was injured. Wow. In a binder?
Okay, now I see where they're going with this. They're bending the truth.
Well, no, it's the truth.
They're
but
inflating the
just,
truth.
I mean, these are all incidents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would consider these incidents. I wouldn't consider these shootings. If you want to say firearm incidents, that's one thing. But, like, shootings to me inflict kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
It kind of implies that
Right.
someone entered the school as an active shooter and shot and or killed someone
Exactly.
who had no idea that was coming.
So I'm guessing that that's what they're saying here.
That number's probably
6, where it was like actually some fucking jamoron fucking walking up in the school and being like, I'm gonna shoot some motherfuckers, which is fucked up.
But regardless, I think regardless of whatever any of these numbers say, I think there's definitely been an increase in these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
I do.
I do think that a lot of it is hyped up in the media. A lot of it is.
It's all bent. It's all fucking. They. This is obviously 2 different sides. One is trying to fucking keep guns, and one is trying to take them. Obviously.
Yeah, and you know that like the fucking CNNs and like all the gun control advocate people
Right.
all come out of the woodworks every time one of these things happens and scream like take the guns.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel like that's a whole different fucking podcast, dude. Guns, like, and gun laws and shit. Like, better not take that from us.
I don't know, man. I would not be opposed to like stricter gun laws. Like people like you and me should still be able to go out and get guns to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
But I think there's definitely I think there should be more of like a mental health aspect to it instead of just like a criminal aspect to it.
Totally.
It's just like background check. Like,
Fuck
oh,
yeah.
have you ever committed a felony or you know?
Yeah.
Okay, that's like only someone who's like dumb enough to get caught doing like not necessarily, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. So
it's a certain type of people that are gonna have felonies on their record, and yes, maybe those people shouldn't have the same access to guns for other reasons, but there's a whole nother fraction of the people of the population out there that has some form or another of mental illness.
totally. If you got fucking, if you're experiencing psychosis or you have schizophrenia or you're bipolar, you should not own a
Yes.
gun. I'm sorry, but like the world we live in today is so fucked up because like, that's like what is it called? It's like it's not racism, but it's like. It's the word I'm looking for.
People make you feel that if you act like you support guns in any way, shape,
No,
or
no.
form, people make you feel the same way
No.
that they make people feel when they accuse them of being racist.
No, I was trying to say like when you say that a mentally ill person doesn't deserve a gun, it's like it's not racism, but what's the other word I'm looking for, man? Like it starts with a D, I think. Like
Discrimination.
discriminate. Yeah, you're like discriminating. Like, oh, why? Mental ill people, possess the same right to own a gun as a regular person, but it's like no, they fucking don't.
I don't think too many people that aren't mentally ill are going to argue that mentally ill people have the same right to right? Yeah, like there's something different about being like a right and just being like common sense.
Yeah.
Like what we need to do for the safety of fucking, like
Right.
supposedly this one guy, like everybody knew. Everybody knew that he was fucking nuts, that he
Right.
was pissed off, and that he loved guns.
Right. Yeah, somebody like that should never get guns, bro.
But I get it. Like some people are raised in these, in these towns and shit where like their parents have guns and everyone and they're like they grow up on guns, and if one of those kids has a problem, but like he's been trained with how to use a gun since he
Right.
was 6 years old.
Yeah.
And how do you know if you're a parent if that kid's gonna grow up to be a psychopath who runs up in schools and kills people?
It's fucked up, man.
Like, bro, I feel the worst for the people that this happens to and their families and shit, dude. Like, it's fucked up, but I do feel bad for the people who do it too, because no one ever like is born like grows up wanting to go do that.
Yeah,
that's
nobody.
that's one of the last things you ask any little kid would ever want to go do.
Right.
Something happens somewhere in that kid's life
Totally.
that
somewhere along the lines, he got fucked up in the head to make something like that happen. Like, for sure. You're not born like that, dude. I'm sorry. Or maybe you are. I don't know. Like, we keep it real here. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I just think
Something had to influence him to fucking do that, dude.
there needs to be more of an emphasis on mental health overall
Totally.
for everything in our society,
Yes.
but especially when it comes to owning guns.
Exactly. And like, dude, if you are born wanting to shoot up a school, you should not be able to possess a gun. You should not have the right to buy a firearm. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It should be more important to me, like what pharmaceutical drugs you're on if you're applying for a gun.
That too.
More than
Yeah.
what your background is as far as
if you're on fucking Xanax all
mistakes
day,
you made in your past.
Right,
You know,
right.
I'd be much if I can only have one piece of information, I'd much rather take what the fuck are you on,
right,
rather than what the fuck have you done.
yeah. But it's a very sad idea. I'm gonna end by saying all our love goes out to those affected by these school shootings. This shit's fucked up, and we're gonna move on from that. But yeah,
Kids should not have to go to school worrying about this shit, man. This never
crazy.
crossed my mind once growing up.
growing
As
up,
a
I was
kid,
like, I'm never gonna homeschool my kids. But like, it's now if I have kids, like,
I get why people do it now.
I just might. Yeah, like this shit's fucked
It's just
up.
fuck because, like, I bet you kids know about this shit now. Kids are thinking about this, especially high school kids, man. Like,
Yeah,
I never thought about this once going to school as a kid.
nah.
So
Me neither.
just for that alone, I feel for everybody that goes to school right now. Really, bro. No matter how old you are, no matter where you go to school, it's fucking
Yeah, it's
sketchy right now.
sketchy. Yeah, you never know, man. So,
Sucks to even have to say that.
I know. So yeah, on that note, I'm gonna close these windows out. That was my little rant of the day.
Oh, what a downer.
Downer, Debbie
Okay,
Downer.
let's see if I got anything to bring it back up.
Yeah, what you got?
Jesus. Yeah, I don't really have too much of an uplifting one, although I feel like if we went straight to pussy or asshole, that might bring us back up.
Yeah,
Yeah. You got one too, right?
I got one.
Okay, well, since I didn't go last time, I'll hit you first.
Okay,
All right, Dan.
hit me.
Hillary Clinton's pussy or Whoopi Goldberg's asshole?
Oh, fuck.
Like, both not in their heydays either. Because,
Right.
like,
So here's my initial. So you're asking me if I want
Today,
old,
right
if
now.
I want old, musty, and dry, or if I want hefty and sweaty and stinky.
I mean, if that's your interpretation, then yeah. Got a fucking lighter over here.
Yeah, I do. Don't torch
No,
your
I-
joints.
I don't want to use a lighter, man. I got me a flamethrower.
Flamethrower. Oof. Okay. Oh my goodness. Honestly,
That's a tough one, right?
that's a
I
good
thought
one.
you would like this.
That's a fucking good one, dude.
I know you were really hyped about this segment, and I didn't come correct last time, so I put a lot of thought into
Dude,
this.
I'm really on the fence about it, like 100%.
And you know we fuck with Whoopi.
we do.
We fuck with Whoopi.
But I bet her fucking pussy smells like a whoopee.
I fuck with old school Whoopi. I
Or
don't know
no,
about all this.
It's her
this new
asshole,
school
right? It's her
view
ass
Whoopi.
or Clinton's pussy.
Hillary's pussy, Whoopi's booty. What's it gonna be? That face.
I'm a booty man, so I'm gonna go with Whoopi's ass.
Hell yeah, I would too.
Hey.
That one wasn't for me, but I would have gone with that one too.
Yeah. Whoopi's ass. Okay.
So wait, I was thinking about this too when we were writing. Are they always gonna be like?
Dirty.
Yeah. Are
No.
they always gonna be like something I'm excited about, or are they always gonna be? Or are they always gonna be something that it's like pick your poison, or is it gonna be like which of these fucking
No,
ice
dude.
cream flavors do you want?
You're gonna be. I got one for no, dude. They can be bad bitches. Come on.
Okay.
It's just as hard to pick between
'Cause I
two
was-
ugly girls as it would be to pick two bad bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Because I was wondering how we were gonna get one of these for every episode if we were limited in that way.
No way, dude.
This just opened
No
up
limits.
a million new doors.
No fucking limits.
All right.
Here we go.
What you got?
Look, I mean, honest. Look at this one. Pussy or ass? Shane O'Mac.
You should have echoed that one. Pussy, pussy, pussy.
Pussy or ass? Shane O'Mac.
What you got?
I got Jennifer Aniston and her sweet little pussy.
Wait, are we talking present day Jennifer
Friends.
Aniston?
Friends.
Oh shit!
Friends. Jennifer
Oh
Aniston.
shit!
Yeah, you need visual.
Visual aid would definitely help here.
Jennifer Aniston Friends. Okay, here we go. This Jennifer Aniston.
You got your own Jeffrey over there, right? You don't need
Yeah.
this one.
Ooh.
Oh
That's a
man,
little
what is
older.
that? Like 1998?
This is, yep, that's her. Boom. That,
Look at the nips.
yeah, look at those
Look at the
nips.
nips.
Wow. Wow. Nip. Oh. Okay. That Jennifer.
Oh, go to that one. Let me get that one.
This one?
Up in the corner.
Right here.
More nips, yeah.
Nips. Ooh, look at those. Nips. She's
Nice
tan
spray
as
tan going
fuck.
on that one,
Oh
too.
my God, she's tan.
Oh,
Okay, so
shit.
that pussy right there. Pretty nice, I
I
bet.
always thought she was kind of like motherly pretty. Not necessarily like bad bitch.
Oh
pretty,
yeah,
you know?
but she is like that MILF of the century. Fuck yeah. Okay. That or
So, Friends Jennifer Aniston.
Angelina. I don't even know how to spell
Ah.
her fucking name.
Gonna be honest, this one's pretty easy for me. Whether it don't matter really who gets the butthole here.
Yeah, Angelina. It's her ass right here. Boom.
So Angelina's butthole or Jennifer Aniston's pussy.
That's right.
I'm eating Jennifer Aniston's monkey until the end of time, and
Yeah.
if those are my only two options, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I fuck with that, dude.
I don't think, dude. Okay, click on that. No. Okay, that one looks pretty good. Click on that one right
Right
there.
here?
No, one up.
This?
Yeah, click on that one. Yeah, that's
Whoa.
easy for me.
She looks like
I got no problem making that decision.
She looks like she did too much
I
coke.
feel like she's kind of just been like,
Haggard.
Like Jennifer Aniston has that like girl next door vibe to her,
Yeah.
which I find hot. And Jennifer and fucking Angelina's got that like just been through the fucking ringer vibe, like
Right.
fucking Billy Bob and Brad Pitt and fucking. She likes to wear her boyfriend's blood around her neck and shit. I mean, she probably doesn't anymore. I think she's into a little weirder shit than I'm prepared to
Right.
delve into
Yeah.
at this current juncture.
So,
That was pretty good though.
Jennifer Aniston's monkey. That concludes pussy or ass.
At least I know that we got. At least I know what's on the table for next week. I can step my game up.
For sure. For sure.
All right. Okay, so that was. I just took a detour there. I'll get back to my ideas here.
Get back to it.
Let's see. Okay.
I've had to spark this joint like 5 times, dude. I'm fucked up. We ordering beers or?
Yeah, my bad.
going on?
I'm honestly lagging on my beer. Let me.
You are lagging.
Shit.
I need me a beer.
I'll tell her bring it.
I need me a beer.
All right.
Hit me.
Okay. So, you ever thought about how weird it is the way we dispose of the dead?
Yeah, we put them fucking 6 feet deep in the fucking dirt.
In boxes, bro. Think about how many people are on the planet right now.
There's probably
And
more.
how, if we put all those motherfuckers in boxes, especially with the ones that are already down there, where are we gonna? Are we just gonna start putting them on boxes and loading them up into spaceships and just sending them off?
Dude, what the fuck?
Let's see what I actually wrote.
When are we gonna run out of space?
Burying a body in a huge wood box seems like the dumbest way ever to do things. Every single thing about it is bad for the environment and seems kind of selfish. Cremation is better, but still not perfect. Just bury a body normal with no formaldehyde and just let it decompose naturally. Imagine when 8 billion people die. Where the fuck are we going to put all the bodies?
That's fucking insane. I mean, dude, what's the turnaround every year? Like, what's the turnaround every year on, like, how many people die?
You pass me later.
How many times have you had to relight that thing, bro? Here we go. I'm gonna look
Order
up.
beers real quick.
Should I look up how many people die each year?
Yeah, I'd be interested in knowing that.
Bro, this is a good fucking, like, you had to have been baked when you thought of this.
Yeah, bro. Like, seriously?
Who the fuck thinks of this
No,
shit?
dude, I saw a YouTube video about it. And it wasn't necessarily about this, but it was just about, like, all the different things that we do that are weird. And this one particularly struck me.
Here we go, bro. I bet you not too many people fucking search this type of shit. Here we go. World birth and death rates, dude. This is some good facts right here. 19 births per 1,000
Over this
people.
thing. Sorry, I just KO'd that joint. I'm gonna take a dab. Hit me with it. Drop some info.
You fucking interrupted me. Okay. 19 births per 1,000 people. Beer me.
Brewskis. Thank you.
Gracias.
You wanna?
Oh, man, we're just... Okay, here we go. Bringing it back to the real ones. 19 births per 1,000 people. 131.4 million births per year. 360,000 births per day. Damn.
Wait, so that-
360,000 new lives per day worldwide.
Holy shit.
Worldwide. 15,000 births each hour.
Oh my god, like clockwork, dude.
Now let's compare those to some death rates, bro. 8 deaths per 1,000 people.
So it's about for every
Half.
Although even more, it's like 2.5 people born for every one person that dies. That's how quick we're growing right now at 15,000 births each hour.
There's 131.4 million births per year. 55.3 million people die each year. So that's about a third, almost.
Dude, that's fucked up. So that means of the 1,500 births, what, 2/3 of those are adding to the total number? Basically?
15,000 births, you mean, right?
Yeah, 15,000 births each hour. How many per day? 360,000. 360,000
births per day compared to 151,600 people die each day. So
it's like 210,000 people being added to the number of people on the planet every day.
every fucking day.
Dude, what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do, people? That's insane, dude. That's some crazy fucking stats, dude.
Yeah, but the fact that we still bury people in boxes and we do this whole funeral thing, like,
Give me that lighter.
like cremating is cool. Yeah, like it's better, but at the same time, you gotta fucking burn a body. So you just fucking. I'll hook brother up too.
Boom! Bang! Uh-oh. Boom!
But you gotta. Okay, so basically you gotta fucking get the wood box, and people get raped on that shit, bro. Like fucking.
Dude, that shit's expensive.
Dude, the average
Every
funeral-
time somebody dies, it's like $20K.
Yeah,
Minimum.
Dude, no minimum. It's like 10 to 15, but average it's like 20 to 25.
That's insane.
It's insane, dude. And they like there was fucking lawsuits against the whatever you call them, the fucking mortuaries or like the funeral companies or whatever. They all like conspired together to make casket prices.
They're like, let's keep it right
high.
here.
The caskets were like fucking $8,000 and shit. And people are like, why is this wood box so fucking expensive, dude? I buy a table with more wood. It's like
This
500
this
bucks.
table right here is dope as fuck.
Like,
This
just
shit was
make a casket out of this
250
table.
bucks. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, and it's just like, and then you gotta have fucking, not only that, you gotta make all this space under the ground. Then that space underneath the ground, also, now you can't do shit with it on top of the ground. Dude?
Yeah.
It's just like you take perfectly good space. Remember the cemetery off fucking Graham Hill that we used to drive down every
Yes,
time? When you
yes.
were a little kid, you'd always like try to hold your
Yeah.
breath all the way past it.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, like, think about how great that little space is right there and how many great things it could be used for if it
Right.
wasn't just like reminders of a bunch of dead people everywhere.
Bro, that shit's nuts.
I would way rather somebody have me just like chilling in a
Like,
fucking
bro,
box.
We're literally killing trees to put them in the ground.
Like, dude, God forbid, obviously, God forbid anything ever happened to Bob. But if Bob ever went, bro, I'd want his ashes right fucking
Fuck
here.
yeah,
dude.
dude.
You know what
Burn
I'm
my
saying?
ass. I don't want to be buried. Burn
Me
my
too.
shit.
And I know he feels the same way. You know, like I don't want to be.
This right here, this body right here is just like a vessel.
And I think it's
You know what I'm
selfish
saying?
too because it's like I want like nobody should have those kind of demands and they die. Like I want this and I want
Right.
I want a crazy funeral for everybody to come. Like how are you gonna be
You're
egotistical
gone.
and arrogant even after
You're
you're
gone.
dead?
Dude, I'm not this. I'm like the energy that I bring and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is just the vessel that like delivers it. Like when my energy's gone, fucking burn this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
dude. I would way
whatever.
rather my friend, like my loved ones, if I died early, my mom, or like you know what I mean, like whoever was closest to you, I'd rather they just have, or you give different people like portions of your ashes or something. I think it's selfish to want to have a grave where people feel obligated to go to on your birthday and
Right.
put flowers and all that shit.
Right.
Like don't get me wrong. Like if other people out there do that, like I'm not like if I had a that's the thing. Like if I had a family member who was buried somewhere that I fucking love dearly, I would go visit their grave too. So I know how it is. You
For
know
sure.
what I mean? But I would never want someone else to do that for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think moving forward, we should all probably be thinking a
Yeah.
little bit more on that line.
I mean, look at that, dude.
Like, what are we gonna do with the
That's-
people we already have? Why do the dead ones have to take up fucking real estate too?
151,600 people die each day. If we're burying every single one of them, like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, and even if we like 100 years from now realize like, yeah, we got all these cemeteries everywhere. This was a fucking dumb idea. Let's fucking build condominiums over them. Then you got a bunch of people living in fucking condos that were built on fucking burial
Cemeteries,
grounds.
yeah,
bro.
living
Like,
on dead people.
I mean,
That's how you get haunted shit.
if it was a good deal, would I pass on it? No, but if it's
Right.
if it's the same deal as the other one that isn't built on an old cemetery,
I'm
think
taking
I'm taking that one.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
That's a good one, bro. Like, honestly, I fuck with that one. That's why high ideas are fucking great.
Yeah, like see what I mean though. Like sometimes I don't know why. For me, like I'm trying to be like a happy, upbeat, positive dude, but these ideas for
funny,
some
though.
reason they're a little morbid. I find them funny. No,
They're
no,
funny.
that's the thing. I find it funny, but I feel like other people find it a little bit morbid. Like, oh man, I don't want to talk about death.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like-
death does suck, man.
So I was like, look, you're like, what do we got to bring it back up? I was like, oh, that's a good one, but
Yeah.
I think a little detour wouldn't fucking do us some good.
I feel you. I feel you.
But yeah.
Well, my next one, I feel like could be kind of boring, but honestly, I remember writing this one down. It was not too long ago, probably like 4 or 5 days ago. So about 3, 4 years ago, right? I made it a goal that I was like, all right, and it was actually with Eric, our buddy Eric. You know what I'm saying? I was like, look, Eric. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we were roommates for a little bit up in Denver, and I was like, hey, man, when I turn 28, we're going to the fucking pyramids. You know what I'm saying?
I remember you guys talking about it.
Yeah, and it feels like yesterday, but now I'm like, damn, that was already like almost 2, 3 years ago, something like that. And that shit's coming up, dog. Like this year, July.
Why did you guys pick that time in particular? It's weird that you
'Cause
like
we thought
planned something
like,
that far in advance.
Yeah, we're just like, oh, that gives us enough time to like get our shit figured out, you know. But then, fuck, before you know it, it's like, boom, it's on me. Like
The last few years have gone by
so
so
fast.
fast.
But yeah, now it's like now I got a plan on fucking like I'm like, okay, well, I got to be a man of my word. I wrote that shit on my fucking goal board, and it's time to go. So I got to like plan that trip. But I'm thinking at the same time, like, what's the state of Egypt right now? You know,
Not good.
like for the last decade, it's been terrible, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Especially for the last like 5,
Like,
6 years.
most of me just wants to say like, fuck it, that's all part of the ride. Like, ride or die. Like, let's go, you know. But like, some of me is like, it might be a little sketchy, you know.
I wanted to go. Like I've always wanted to go too. I definitely want to see that shit. That's another thing I want to see before I
pyramids,
die.
yeah.
There's so many fucking things that none of this shit ever appealed to me when I was like younger for some reason.
Right.
I was never like interested in traveling.
You
and
weren't. You were
seeing
always just like,
things.
I want to stay right here.
But now it's like, man, I want to fucking see shit before I die, dude.
Totally,
Like, not
dude.
that I'm expected to die anytime soon, hopefully.
You
But
never know. Asteroid could hit the Earth
that's what I'm
fucking
saying, man.
right now.
The way things are right
Boom.
now, who knows how much time any of us got left.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to make the most of it. You know what I mean?
100%.
And for me, that means like getting out and having actual real life experiences and seeing shit and having real conversations and real fucking
Right.
real experiences that you
Experiences,
can't
man.
get where you're from. Like if I could give one bit of advice to like every single person, not that I'm some fucking. Not that I'm the wisdom tree over here. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm not looking at you like that.
I'm just saying, if there's one good piece of advice that you can tell anybody, it's like
Mm-hmm.
get out of wherever you're from.
Right.
At least some point in your life. Like,
Dude, yeah.
make it out of, if you're one of those people that's like stuck in a small town and you hate it and you always want to go experience
Get
something
the
else,
fuck out of there.
don't go to LA, but go somewhere.
Right.
Everybody goes to LA, and that's
Yeah.
the mistake they make.
Yeah.
Don't go to LA, but go somewhere.
Yeah, go somewhere. Don't go to LA. But yeah, like me and you, we got out of Santa Cruz like 19, right? And we you know, I guess we lived like kind of in the Los Gatos Hills, but like we never been back to actually Santa Cruz or Boulder Creek. We never been back there since. Like
But we lived up in the Bay for a few years.
We
lived
knew-
in Colorado.
we knew that we needed to get the fuck out of Boulder Creek. You know what I'm saying? And we did. So like, yeah, that's great advice for anybody out there. Like, go experience the world. You know, get out of the small town you're in. Fucking go do shit.
We're
you know?
from one of those fucking small towns, so we
Right.
know how it is. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
Boulder Creek, population of like, I don't know. I'm gonna look that shit up.
I know.
The internet is
It was like
so
2,000
awesome.
something when we were little kids. You know what I
Boulder
mean? It was not
Creek.
much.
California population.
I just know a lot of people, a lot of friends that are still back there doing the same things in the same places. You know.
Oh, that's a tiny picture. 4,923 people in our hometown.
There you go. And it's not only that, but it's the fact that it's surrounded by a whole bunch of other really, really small towns that are essentially the same size or even smaller.
God,
you know?
just looking at it right now, I wish these pictures were bigger.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love going back home for
But
a weekend
yeah,
and spending
no,
time with
I'm
my
glad
family.
we got the fuck out of there though.
But yeah, you can't grow up in a small place.
Joe's Bar.
Like the best. I mean, and if you do, you just got to be able to travel a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you can live to the same place for the same, you know, for your whole life, but you got to get out. You know. I think even for us moving to Colorado was nice because, like, I don't know, man. I always thought, like, growing up in Cali, living in Cali, you hear like the way other people talk about Cali. Like, it
Right.
just seemed like, oh, this is the only place I'll ever want to live. But living in Colorado, I'm like, man, there's a lot of things I like about
Yeah.
this, and it made me want to check out other places, and the other places I did check out. Like, you go somewhere, you find something you like about every place you go.
Totally.
You know,
I like Colorado.
A lot.
I did. I liked Colorado.
I could see myself like retiring there someday. You know,
Yeah, me too.
getting a nice little cabin up in the mountains or something like that.
Boulder fucking Creek. We got to go up there soon. We got to go see Bob.
Yeah, it's crazy. My grandparents finally sold the house they had there for like 40 years.
B Creek. B Creek.
My parents are still up there though.
Yeah, so I got to go to Egypt. Anyways.
Yeah, is that how we got onto that?
Yep. Egypt to Boulder Creek. You never know
Yeah,
on the real
I don't
ones.
know, man. It's a pretty sketchy situation over there right now. I feel like that's maybe a trip.
The Real Ones podcast.
Feel like that's maybe a trip that you could sidestep and like put on the back burner if you
Yeah.
as long as you replace it with another trip
Yeah.
that you know that you're gonna get just as much out of.
Yeah, I feel you.
I feel like if you go see something else that's
Honestly, that's probably what's going to happen because we're going to Spain in March. And, like, dude, I've been traveling so much, I'm fucking pooped.
yeah, I feel you.
So,
I'm excited for Spain, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
I haven't been like I've traveled around the States a little bit, but I haven't been out of the country since I was 10 years old.
oh, it's going to be so fucking dope,
So
dude.
I'm
You're
hyped
going to
for it.
fucking love it. You're going to love it, dude.
Got my passport in this week.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hyped, man. I'm ready to go.
Well,
We're gonna get a bunch of really sick footage for the channel out there too. We got
Fuck
a
yeah,
lot of
we are.
stuff lined up.
hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, baby. That feels
Yeah.
good to say, but we're back.
I hear all the haters out there saying, "Oh, next
Yeah.
next video will be in 2019."
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't blame
Hey.
them, but they're wrong.
Thank you. That
Yeah.
just drives me. I feel it. We've been some unfaithful motherfuckers.
This is different though. Every time we
different.
we tried to come back with something before. It was kind of the same old thing, and like people still liked it, but
It's
it
different
didn't
now.
feel the same for us. For me, this feels the most like the way it felt when we were just started making weed videos back in the dungeon, like having like a little spot like this to kick it in and just to create
dope.
shit.
I
Like
love it.
this is what, and just to come up with ideas and shit. Like I forgot what it feels like to just like have a fucking whiteboard and just sit in front of it and get baked with your friends and try to come up with ideas for shit.
Bro, you need that shit in life. I'm telling you. You need that shit in life, man. If you lose it, you lose yourself.
Yeah.
For real, man. For real, for real.
Yeah, I feel that for sure, dude. I'm glad we're doing this for like so many different reasons, but most of all, I'm just
To
glad that
have fun, dude.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having fun right
That's the
now.
one thing we told ourselves from the get go with this project and the couple other projects that we're working on that we're gonna roll out in the coming months.
Just have fun.
Like this is all about fucking fun for us right now. Like I said before, man, who knows how much time any of us got left.
That's,
If
dude.
you
Hey,
have
we
the
could die
option to
tomorrow,
not
bro.
spend your time doing something you hate, then you should. You know what I mean? Even if it means you got to take a
Right.
chance, even if it means you got to step out of your comfort
Do
zone,
it.
do it, man.
Do it, man. There's gonna be haters. If, like, straight up, you've all heard it before, man. But, like, you know, if you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something right. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have haters, then hey, man, you ain't doing nothing with your life. If you ain't got haters, you know.
Yeah, and if you're the type of person that can just brush that shit off and it doesn't get to you and you can just fucking not take it personal
Right.
and you can have and you can not have an ego about it, like
Right.
you can, you know what I mean?
You can do some-
Those are the people that are most equipped for success.
Right. Exactly. So
All right,
I'm going to Egypt. Maybe 2019 is where we're gonna end that. I'll probably postpone that a year or so, but
like I said, as long as you replace it with a just as sick of a trip,
Spain's gonna be
it's
dope.
fine.
Yeah. What you got?
All right, let's see.
What you
here.
got, Shane O'Mac? What you got for me?
Yo, so okay, you know how like okay. In most societies, it's normal to start having kids. Like the youngest, it's normal to start having kids would be like, uh, what 18, 19. As soon as you're an adult, like most people wouldn't recommend having kids that young, but that's when it's like becomes socially acceptable, right? If you
Yeah.
have a kid at 16, 17, people are like, oh shit, you know what I
Shit.
mean? But if you
I would
have
say it's more like after high school graduation, right? That's probably when it's accepted. Like college, you know, right? But yeah, like you're right. 18, 19. Yeah. Nice.
all right.
We're getting Fei in here. Feeling pretty good.
So, okay, but the human body basically is designed to start having kids at like 12, 13, 14, right?
Here we go. Touchy subject.
No, this is not nothing weird like that. And like nowadays, kids are hitting puberty earlier and earlier and earlier, right? Because
Right.
of whatever the fuck is in the food or the water or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Still rolling, right?
Yeah, we're still rolling.
All right.
I got some. Yeah, we're still rolling. Let's go.
All right. So, okay. I'm trying to think of why I actually wrote this one down. The human body is designed to start making kids at what, 12, 13 years old? Kids are hitting puberty earlier and earlier.
Right.
Is that just going to keep happening? And if that, like, the main thing I was talking about is like the puberty side of things, like the fact that kids are hitting puberty earlier and earlier.
Right.
But at the same time, like, I noticed like a lot of the, I don't know, like it's weird for me because like I have fucking little brothers of like all ages. Like I'm the oldest of fucking 5 boys, so I have like brothers of every age, all
Right.
the way up and down. So I like see how
Shit's
each
crazy.
generation of like kids is like a little bit different. And I'm way older than all my. Well, I have one brother that's 2 years younger than me, one that's like 3 or 4. But
Right.
other than that, all my siblings are way younger than me. So I like get to watch them grow up, and they're even like 5-year intervals, bro. Like
Right.
the kids are way different.
I
now.
mean, dude, yeah, the world is
Not just the way they
changing.
look, but the way they act.
The way
mainly.
they act, like way more. Like shit's changing, man. I mean,
They're getting
you know,
smaller, I feel like.
Evolution, right?
When we went to that football game in our old high
Bro.
school, the kids looked tiny.
Yeah, they were though. They were tiny, dude.
But
like,
were they, or did they
were.
just look small?
No, they
'Cause-
were, bro. They were. Like you watch our highlight film of senior year, we look bigger, like for sure.
Yeah, we had
100%.
plenty kids on our team that were well over 6 feet tall.
Yes.
I didn't see any. I saw like maybe a couple kids that were pushing 6 feet, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't see. Like we had kids. Yeah, that's true.
I guess evolution is just making humans smaller. I don't know, right?
Maybe.
Well, okay.
I don't
Was
know.
that
I-
yours?
I'm-
I forget what yours even was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think really of like what my point was to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like, and then I started thinking like, man, fucking, and then there's weird shit like in Nevada where you can get married at 16. Like that's weird.
Bro,
I
that-
think
that-
it's weird, but it's like Nevada, so like
Yeah,
everything's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, including fucking no, but yeah, no, like I really think that it's really weird that like the variance of age of consent throughout the U.S.
Shouldn't that kind of be a universal thing at this point?
Yeah, like we're a
I'm all
country
for
here.
states' laws, but
Yeah, like
I could see where that could make for some confusion.
like what if some shit happens on the border?
What if some kid grows up in Nevada and he doesn't know the rest of the world don't do it quite like Nevada?
Right? What the fuck? What if you fuck a 16-year-old on the border of California and Nevada?
I don't think you should be doing that regardless. I'm just saying.
Okay. I'm not condoning that kind of fucking activity, but what, like, fuck, we're some real ones. You know, like, what if?
I'm just saying, like, it's just weird to think of, like, when did we, like, artificially set an age and, like, what's going to happen in the future with, like, the way shit happens? Because what do you think it was, like, 5,000 years ago? When did people start having kids? When they hit puberty, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it should honestly be 18 across the board.
That's so, like, I don't think anyone should have fucking kids until they're in their 30s, until they've had some life experience, you know what I mean?
No. I'm not saying that everyone should have kids when they're 18. I'm saying the age, like universally, the age of consent should be 18. That's right. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is there a variance? You know?
Yeah. I think it should just more be like about age differences and shit. Like, I have no problem with a fucking 18-year-old hooking up with a 17-year-old that he's been dating for, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
shit like that can even get hairy if you got crazy parents or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's the old fucking men, like men preying on kids, that's the issue, you know what I mean? That's what everybody has a problem with.
Yeah.
And I don't,
Yeah.
I think 18 or like, if it had been 20 the whole time and that was I wouldn't think that was fucking too young, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's crazy out there these days.
Good idea, man. All right, here we go. Next one. Oh, this is a touchy one.
Too touchy? Are we just touch passing over here? Fucking playing dodgeball?
I'm going to go out there and say, you ready for this?
Oh, God.
Probably one of the better ones of the night, I'm not going to lie. Where does vaginal odor come from? I really want to know. Ladies, you need to clean that shit up out there. Seriously.
You would know more than me. You get her. I stay home. I keep it. Everything around here is on point. You let me know what it's like out there on the streets, man.
Sometimes it's not great. I'm not gonna lie. So, what causes vaginal odor? No, don't worry. This search record's going on my computer. What causes vaginal odor? Question mark.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what kind of ads you're gonna get after this.
Here we go.
You deserve the best. You deserve Feminol. Permanently. Give me some echo for this.
Hold on.
You deserve the best. You deserve Feminol.
Permanently eliminate vaginal odor, 100% guaranteed.
Get yours now at Feminol.com while you can take advantage of our 2-for-1. We've also got butthole cream. That last part wasn't on there.
Nice. Anyways, here's what Google comes up with. Number 1, bacterial vaginosis. An overgrowth of normally occurring vaginal bacteria is the commonest vaginal infection that causes a vaginal odor. Trichomoniasis, a sexually transmitted infection. It also can lead to vaginal odor. Chlamydia and gonorrhea infections usually don't cause vaginal odors.
Sound like you're reading a fucking warning label. Let's see here.
It looks like it comes from a bacterial infection. It looks like ladies are just getting a little lazy out there.
How do you get rid of fishy odor? Look at the third one down.
This girl is genuinely concerned.
What causes to smell down there in my vagina? Dude, honestly though, as a guy, I feel like we're not even fucking, like, I would hate to have to even worry about this. You know what I'm saying?
One of the most commonly occurring and least talked about feminine concerns is vaginal odor.
Least talked about for sure. Least talked about feminine concerns is vaginal odor. Every woman has a unique scent that fluctuates during her menstrual cycle and may change depending upon hormone levels.
The scent originates from vaginal secretions and can vary throughout the month.
So they're sweating.
So maybe you're just catching them at the wrong time of the month.
Their
fuck.
pussy's sweating.
But if it's on point, it should be on point all the time.
It should be just on point. Yeah, all right. I still haven't really. Okay, causes vaginal secretion, perspiration, pH imbalance. Oh,
I think the
pH that
imbalance,
pussy. pH that pussy.
Looking at the pH imbalance probably has a lot to do with it, right? I'm no doctor, but
Yeah, pH imbalance. I'm guessing eat some pineapple. It might get your pH balanced out. Menstruation, definitely.
yo, so
Sexual
you know,
intercourse and infection. Those are
so
the main causes.
pineapple makes everything taste better, right? Supposedly.
Right.
So what about like when you eat a bunch of asparagus and then you piss after?
Yeah.
Like, is that like are there food? There's probably some foods that make it way worse.
Whatever the fuck it is, it's bad.
I've heard red meat is bad and
Yeah.
like dairy is bad.
Right.
And I could maybe attest to that being true in
Right.
my experience.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'll leave
Well,
it at that.
there we go. I guess I answered my own fucking question. Just to run it back, if anybody really wants to know the cause of vaginal odor, I'm gonna nail it home right now. Vaginal secretions, perspiration, pH imbalance, menstruation, sexual intercourse, and infection. We'll move on.
Sexual intercourse, huh?
Yeah.
That can't be the cause.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It's probably the leading cause.
What you got for me?
Let's see. This is number 5, right? We're winding down here.
I think you started it, so yeah, this should be number 5.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I was watching this crazy documentary the other day about like the president
Mhm.
and all the fucking craziness that goes into anything involving the fucking president, where he stays, where he goes, what he does. Like it takes thousands of fucking people to make it happen, dude. It's nuts.
Really? I've never even heard anything about that.
Yeah, I watched a documentary just about it, dude, and it was fucking nuts. I want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Dude. The main takeaways, at least for a fucking stoner like me,
Right.
dude, he has so much less privacy than you would think.
Really?
Like Barack
Boom.
was up in there, dude.
Yeah?
Like basically, you're not even allowed to take a piss without an agent standing right there. Ronald Reagan, he used to have fucking annual rectal exams, and he would have to have a fucking Secret Service guy just standing right there next to him all the time, no matter what he's doing.
Really?
Yeah. No matter what he's doing.
What about Trumpy?
Trumpy's got the same fucking thing. Why do you think he's got a fucking hair up his ass all the time, dude?
Fucking Trumpy.
Fuck. But dude, imagine
Grumpy
how
Trumpy.
crazy that would be to just have no privacy.
No fucking
None
privacy.
whatsoever, dude. Like you can't every time you go to a doctor's appointment, one of those people has to come with you. The other part that I thought was dude, there was so many fucking things about this that was crazy.
Right.
You guys should probably go watch. It was like
What's it called?
it's one of those episodes of America's Book of Secrets, which is kind of like a little hacky bullshit fucking conspiracy show. But they don't hammer hard. They don't really hammer home too hard on the conspiracies. Most of them they stick more to like the facts.
Right.
So they'll have one about like Black Ops, and it tells you about like the whole history of the Black Ops program. And then they'll have one about like the CIA, and it tells you
Right.
about the whole history of the CIA or whatever. This one was just about like presidential transport or some shit. So yeah, if anybody wants to go watch that, look up the what the fuck did I say it was called?
I was asking you the whole time. I don't know what it's called.
America's Book of Secrets.
Yeah, you did tell me actually.
Presidential transport.
You did tell me.
Oh fuck.
My bad. I'm listening, but I'm not. I guess. Fuck.
But yeah, dude. The other part that I thought was fucking crazy is that like every time you see fucking the president out there like giving a speech or like taking pictures of the runway, fucking waving, shaking hands, kissing babies and shit. You always see those guys in suits standing right next to him.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are the fucking
CIA or FBI or whatever.
the special whatever the fuck they are.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the fuck they are. They're
What
the
are they
president.
called?
Secret Service.
Secret Service.
Yeah, those are the guys that like take care of the president or whatever.
Right,
but I'm
right.
sure he has elements of all that shit. Like he rides around. Like if you see the motor car, I think they call it the
Motorsport?
motorcade, right? When there's a whole bunch of those cars going in
Yeah.
a row.
Like
There'll
an
be
escort.
Yeah, there'll be like they put like all those fucking limos are crazy. Do they have
Mm-hmm.
5-inch thick glass? that fucking most glass, even when the bullet hits it,
Right.
it fucking crazy. Even bullet, like really nice bulletproof glass, the bullet doesn't go through. But like where the bullet hits, it'll make like a circle, and the glass on the other side, it sprays a bunch of little glass shards, which fucks people up. So people get like bulletproof glass, and they're like, "Oh, my shit's bulletproof." Like,
But
yeah,
they
you're
get
not gonna
glass
get
shards.
hit. You're not gonna get hit with a bullet, but you're gonna have 4,000 glass shards in your face, which you're basically just as fucked.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
But the president shit ain't
But
like that.
yeah, like these guys, like these fucking things are crazy. But they still roll with like 6 of them, so you don't know exactly which one he's in. And they
Yeah.
got vans behind. Those vans have fucking SWAT teams in there, like dudes with guns, just ready to go if anything happens. You know what I'm saying? But the craziest part to me, bro, is those guys in suits standing next to him.
Right.
They have like packets of his blood and shit, like inside their
Blood?
coat. Yeah, dude. The presidents. That's the other thing I didn't realize. Presidents must have to give hella blood, dude.
Yeah, right.
So much blood.
I mean, if they got a motherfucker on hand at all times that has enough
Everywhere they go, there's blood.
blood.
If he gets on a plane, he's got blood on there. If he gets anywhere he goes, there's like anywhere he's a destination, there's his blood waiting for him. He's rolling with someone who has his blood with him. Like if Trump was fucking rolling down the street and something happened and he started to lose blood,
Right.
they could
Transfuse
literally
that
like
shit.
be putting more blood in him as he's losing
That's
blood.
insane, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
My next question is how long does blood stay good? You know, if it only stays good for a little bit of time, he's fucking giving a lot of blood.
I would imagine the fresher the better, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And dude, I've given blood for some reason. When I give
Are
blood,
they
I,
just
I pass out about half the time.
you do?
Yeah, I have to do
I
it
get a
laying
little
down
dizzy,
because I'll
but-
just like go out for a second. It's the only time I ever pass out. It's the only time I've ever like fainted in my life.
Really?
It's from giving blood, and I never expected it. Didn't start happening until I was like in my teens. When I was a little kid, I gave blood. I was fine. I have no problem with needles or seeing blood or none
Right.
of that shit. I can look right at it. I can look away. But like I usually, ever since I was like 14, 15, it started at the blood drives at school. That's the first time
Really?
at the high school. That's the first time it ever happened.
Damn. Oh, I got a text message. My bad.
Thought you were on an airplane, dog.
I am on airplane mode, but oh well. Fuck
I
it.
didn't know
Who
you
gives a shit?
But
You got that joint over there? I'm gonna spark it.
oh, we gotta avoid that fucking nice.
Good throw.
There's some treachery right over there.
There, I
Oh,
know.
oh,
There's some
beer bottle.
fuckery right there. Yeah, I'm getting kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I forget totally what we were just talking about. So I'm gonna go into my last one, and I think it's a pretty good one. So let's talk about farting.
I love farting,
I do too, bro. Doesn't it make you laugh?
dude. Your farts.
Oh, boom!
Those who don't know, Dan has a fucking third butt flap or some shit. Because when he farts, it fucking whistles and it fucking howls. Like I've never heard anyone who farts like you do, dude.
Hey, I got some modifications. I'm not gonna lie. I modded it out a little bit. It's modded out, dude.
Oh, man.
No, but for real.
You put some exhaust on that fucking thing for
Yeah,
sure,
some
dude.
flow masters. No, but for real, farting, bro. I want to talk about farting.
Let's do it.
Number one, I want to talk about couples farting. Like, dude,
What do you know about couples farting?
what I know, I've been in a lot of early stage relationships.
Super early.
Yeah.
Super early.
Early stage relationship farting is treacherous land to walk in.
Yeah, bro.
Right? Like, you hold that shit in all fucking day. You're
don't
holding it
even
in to
remember
where you're
those
like,
days.
dude, you're like hurt and you're like, oh, fuck, man. Like, this shit hurts, but I'm not letting it go. You know, like, I'm not letting it go in front of her, dude. I'm waiting until she leaves. The minute she
No.
leaves, you're blowing ass. Fucking. What is it about that? Like,
I'm
why?
gonna tell you right now, you have never been in a relationship until you're not in a relationship until you fart in front of your significant other with joy too. Like,
You're right.
Like I'm not talking about like you try to squeak one out. Like oh we're to the point in our relationship where like I'll squeak one out if I think she's sleeping in bed. Dude, I just let her rip.
Bro, that's another thing.
I let them
Yo.
fucking rip.
Yo, that's
dude.
another thing. Farting in your sleep, right? The first night that you fucking hold your farts all day and then you spend the night with that girl, what do you think's happening? What do you think's happening the moment you fall
shit.
asleep?
Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom, you're firing them off, dude.
So now you can't fall asleep. You gotta
outlast her.
her.
Because, dude, the minute you fall asleep before her, bro, it's fucking boom, boom, boom. You're fucking laying them down.
That's terrible, dude.
Farting is fucking awesome, though, dude.
It feels good. I think that's like, it doesn't matter how old you are, what age. You know what I want to wonder? You know what I sometimes
When
wonder?
you hear a fart, you just laugh.
Dude, you know what makes me depressed though? Like, okay, do you ever hear old people fart?
Oh,
it just kind of like slips out, dude. It doesn't sound
got
like it
some-
feels good anymore.
They got some miles on the tires.
It doesn't sound like it's as enjoyable. Like, I like to know it's coming and push it out and get good acoustics. I hear old people fart and I'm like, oh man, it doesn't sound like you even knew it was coming.
Right.
Or like if you did, you're just like, oh, this is just gonna be like,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
I like the good old.
Yeah. Acoustics are fucking key in farting, dude. It's a craft.
As funny as it sounds, remember, like, you've coached me a little bit on farting in the past. Like, I've known this motherfucker for so long. I just sit back and listen to you fart for the last 10 years, and I go, bro,
You critique
how do
it.
your farts? Yeah, there was at one
It
point.
could
Where,
have been a little longer. You could have had a little more top end on that one.
I forgot when I used to do that, dude. I used to critique all your farts, dude. And you would go fucking one leg up. I'd see that leg kick up. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen. Dude. I'm not joking, dude. I've never heard anybody, I forgot I was fucking taking a dab. I have not heard anyone like you to this day that can fucking fart like you, bro.
I'm pretty talented, I'm not gonna lie.
That's fucking insane. What do you think it is that separates you from the rest of the world when it comes to the fart game?
If you want me to be honest, I think it's my skill to be able to hold it back until the right moment.
I think I don't think that's it, because I think most people can hold it back pretty well. Like, I think most
No,
people...
but see, there's a bullseye. If you hold it too long, you don't get the right pop. But if you don't hold it long enough, you don't have enough power. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hold a fart too long, it goes away, and then it's like, oh, and then it turns into like a pain, and then like it like sneaks out.
So it sounds like the first thing you took off was a stock trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I modified the trigger. Yeah. I modified the trigger. You know, it has a little more pressure. I like it that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's gold.
Definitely sounds like it has a lot of pressure.
Yeah. It's got like an extra flange.
I think let's go one bonus one for this one. This is episode 1. I don't want to be done yet. Let's kick them one fucking bonus.
Episode 1 of the Real Ones podcast.
The real ones. How you doing? Smoking perp out there, I hope, everybody. Yeah. GDP.
There we go.
How come every time I gotta think off top, grapes is all I can think about?
I mean, we love grapes around here.
Let's see here.
What's your bonus one? I don't have a bonus one written down, honestly.
Dude, okay, I got one. And you can attest. Oh, fuck, I'm probably going to miss my dab again. You can attest that I've been bitching about this one my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
Who decided it was cool to leave the fucking stickers on the hats?
Oh my god. Honestly,
Who decided it was cool, and why do these people still do it?
I used to do it until about a year or two ago. I finally jumped ship, and I was like, yeah, this is dumb.
I've been off that wagon since day one. You can attest.
You have. You're always
I've
like,
been
yo,
the
you should
biggest
take the
hater.
sticker off. I'm like, no, I'll keep it. But yeah.
I probably told you that 10 times in
Yeah.
our fucking...
Like, that hat would be doper if you just took the sticker off. I'm like, nah. But yeah, no, I do now. I take the sticker off.
By the time you take them off, there's a fucking dust ring around it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hot one. Good point, man. Yeah.
But, like, I feel like
honestly, take your stickers off your fucking hats. They look better. It you know, when you leave the sticker on, it looks like you just.
It looks like you're getting ready to return it, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like you just took it out of the store.
Like, dude, I feel when I look at it, I feel like it's one of those things like the bat. Remember when people were wearing like the white tee with the basketball jersey over one shoulder? Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
When people would
Sorry.
wear that, dude.
Yeah.
That was a bad look. When people would wear like the one pant leg up, it looks like it came from the same era of like the hat on sideways,
Right.
the jersey over the shoulder, and the one pant leg up. And like everything else got fucking axed.
Right.
But somehow the sticker on the hat made it.
The sticker
through,
on the
bro.
hat made
it was
it,
the
dude.
lone survivor.
Yeah. Nah. Fuck the stickers on
But
the
I'm
hat.
really happy to report to everybody out there that I've been doing my surveys and I'm starting to notice a reduction in the stickers on the hats.
Fuck yeah. Good shit, man.
Which makes me really, really, really happy.
That's good, bro.
We should start a campaign.
Yeah, I'm looking through my phone right now to see if I can possibly find a bonus one hidden in like some of the raps that I write and shit. Like, yeah, I mean, fuck. I think we covered most of what's in my phone. Oh, hey, here we go. A little bonus one, man. Where the fuck is all the spontaneity been in the world, bro? Especially, you don't know because you're not in like the single dating world. Bro, I be fucking meeting these girls at the gym and whatnot and like getting their number and shit, right? Like, I'm not boosting my ego or anything either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
super humble. Like, you know,
I know you do.
I try to get girls because I need a girlfriend and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been single way too long, but like, I be like getting girls' numbers at the gym and shit, and like, I be texting them, dude, and it's like, I'm like, yo, like right away, I'm like, let's get a drink, let's get dinner, like, I want to see you. And it's like, there's no spontaneity anymore, bro. It's like fucking, no, I think we should text for like, you know, I'm like,
they literally say those words?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I think we, no, here's what they say. They say, I think we should get to know each other, right?
Before we meet in person.
And then I'm like, what's a better way to get to know each other rather than to meet in person? And they're like, I think we should just text for a little bit. I'm like, what? Like, what, dude? Like, in the 80s and, like, 70s, like, when our parents were growing up and shit, like, it was like, that's how you had to get to know each other.
Yeah, man, but it ain't the 80s anymore, man. People used to let their kids play in the street.
Yeah, but, I mean, I miss the time. Like, I wish I lived back then where it was, like, human interaction was, like, the only way to get to know somebody.
Yeah. Everything's so digital now, man.
These things are fucking the world up.
I agree.
They really are.
And it sucks, man. It sucks to say because there's so many fucking benefits. There's so many things that are awesome. There's so many fucking, but the fact is, like, people don't have the self-control for it. They're not ready to have that fucking dopamine fucking rush every time they get likes and all that shit, man. Like, you know me, bro. I've never been into that shit. I've never been one to like fall into that trap. But I watch it happen to people.
So many people are impulsive with that shit, dude. They fucking check it like every fucking 10 seconds, like. Oh, scary.
And you'll never get the satisfaction out of that you get from like real life fucking, you know, friendships and relationships with like real people and shit, man. Totally. Like, you can't replicate that with anything digital. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, I get it for fucking girls, bro. If I was a girl, I'd be the same fucking way, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's just, okay, the thing is, we have access to so much information now, so much news, and like all you see on the news is these fucked up stories, dude, about like murders, and like nobody ever shows you the good shit that happens on the news.
It's always
nobody's
just
ever
trash.
Like, yo, this guy fucking,
trash.
this guy saved this girl from getting hit by a train. This guy fucking donated all this money to this shit. Like, none of that shit makes the news. The only thing that makes the news is like fucking terrorist attack here, fucking. Riots here,
bomb explosion here,
you know, murder here, gang violence here. Like, that's the only thing that makes the news, and unfortunately, like, a lot of people, that's what they take in.
I know.
Like, dude, I try to tell my mom all the time, like,
don't listen to the fucking news,
she
man.
Watches so much CNN.
I know, but that
like, where did this come from?
Just think about it though. That's their generation. You know what I'm saying? They grew up watching CNN or Fox. It's like, dude. That's how, like, my dad and his fucking wife are, too, bro.
That's how my grandparents' generation is, though. Like, I thought my mom just skipped that because she never used to give a fuck. Now she's getting older, and now she's just, like, picked a side, you know what I mean? And now it's like she's just backing one of the fucking...
Right.
It's like picking your fucking favorite sports team or picking a side in war. It's just like people just get crazy about it, man. And it's like anybody who believes that their side is right or their opinion is right or that they're right all the time is a little bit nuts, you know what I mean?
It's like, dude, anything that's on the cable, anything that comes through to you, that shit is fucking scripted and it's fake.
Like, dude, I hate to say it. I'll probably get a ton of hate for saying this, but I feel like
the news is fake.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like
Un.
unbound belief in anything. Like when you believe in something so much
To the
that
fullest.
no new information can change your opinion on
Right.
the subject. That's like a form of mental illness in my opinion.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you should always be open to new information. So when I see people that like believe the earth is flat.
Yeah, and they just like,
Or
that's
even
it.
people that are just like insanely devout uh religious about something just because they were raised into that by their parents, you know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
And like based on no personal, like if I respect someone if they like start off neutral, like that being said, I don't blame someone who grows up religious, and like I totally get how
Right.
I could fall into the same thing.
Yep.
I respect when somebody like goes out and finds that on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I just feel like when anyone believes so blindly in one fucking thing, it's
Dude, and they
you're
block
a little
and
crazy.
and they block out all the fucking like facts and shit. You know, it's like they just want to believe that so bad that they block out all the facts. They block out all the stats. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't hearing it. You know, and
Yeah.
that is a form of mental illness. Like when you're just ready to block everything out because like biases and other things that make you want to believe that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's what you want to believe, and I hate those kind of people.
I never like it's a battle too though, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You want to be like firm in your beliefs and you want to have convictions and you want to be like
Right.
you want to stand for something and you want to believe in something, but at the same time like there's dude, the other thing is it's so fucking hard this day and age to like like we're in the day of age where we have more information than ever
Right.
before.
Ever.
And it's harder than ever to discern what is bullshit and what is real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's like the major like crossroad that we're at
Totally.
right now, where it's like misinformation and fake news, and like no, for the first time, like, and maybe it's better because people just used to believe blindly in one thing or another, and now
Right.
people are at least questioning things. But right now, we're at a state where no one knows fucking what to believe about
Nobody.
anything.
Nobody.
And if you sit here and act like you know for sure
Then
without
you're fronting.
without any question about any one thing about what the fuck's going on in the world today,
Right.
you're full of shit.
You're fronting. You're fronting and you gonna get called out by the real ones. Right?
Yep. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
It's a trip to think about. All this shit is a fucking trip to think about. You know what
Totally.
I mean?
Yep.
But I love it. I love fucking tripping
I
out
love
and
it.
just talking about
Yeah.
weird shit like this.
That's
you know
why
what
we
I mean?
started this shit, and I can't wait to do it again and again and again. Like, when are we doing number 2? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we're gonna be coming fucking people.
People are hating.
Everybody in the comments like, oh, one video a year.
People
You
are
guys-
hating.
It's gonna be twice a week, like fucking clockwork.
Yep.
You guys will see. Even if we have to fucking film off location, we're set up for that too. We'll probably film some shit. We're gonna film a ton of shit in Spain.
Totally. Like,
We
we're
got that-
ready.
We got that trip coming up
We're
in a
ready.
couple weeks.
We're ready to bring the content back. Keep it steady.
We definitely did not make this comeback to do the same old fucking thing we were doing before. This is gonna be way different. So
Yep.
we're fucking amped. I hope everybody out there is amped. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in, listening to us.
And that concludes episode 1 of the Real Ones podcast. I'm Danny Flavor.
I'm Shane O'Mac. Hey, see you next time. Smoke purple out there.
See you later. Peace.
Later, guys.